Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Coach D coming at you. All right, listen, guys. All right, today what we're going to talk about is I'm going to show you guys actually how to create an email list from scratch. Okay, now I know I've been showing you guys how to use the tool Getresponse, right? And I've been showing you different things about how to build your list, but I didn't show you yet how to actually start at the beginning, to create the list so that you have somewhere to put your email addresses, right? So we're going to back it up and take it from the beginning. Now, if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I'm Coach D, and I'm all about seeing network marketers, online marketers, affiliate marketers, seeing you guys succeed and really be able to get more leads and sales in your business. All right. Now, I do this by focusing on what I like to call the 3 M's of entrepreneurship. Okay. We're talking about the mindset, marketing, and multiple streams of income. All right. Now, so today what we're going to talk about is really going to deal with the marketing side of things. So if that's what you came here for and you definitely want to see more videos like this, then you definitely want to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button. All right. And ring that bell. Okay. Ring that bell so you can be alerted the next time I come out with some content, because I'm definitely bringing to you guys the tricks, the tips, the tools, all that good stuff. All right. So you can start winning in your business. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and jump into this Getresponse tutorial, how to create an email list from scratch. All right, guys. Now, what I want to do first, before we really jump into Getresponse, is I want to make sure you even understand what I'm saying about creating your email list from scratch inside of Getresponse, okay? Now, check this out. We went over this before, but don't worry. This might be the first time that you're seeing one of my videos. It's all good. It's all good. All right? So here's the deal, okay? You'll have people over here, okay? And imagine the people over here are the people, your potential leads, your potential prospects, right? They possibly will want what you have, right? Now, what happens is these people over here, your leads, your prospects, right? They will come to your actual page, your capture page, right? And we'll just put a capture page here, okay? And it's called a capture page because it just captures this person's information. It captures their name and email address, all right? So they're gonna give us their name, all right, and they're gonna give us their email address, okay? And that's why it's called a capture page, all right? So once the person comes here and they look at your page, and your page says something really cool, of course, right? And they're like, okay, cool, right? I want to go ahead and give up my name and email address. All right. Now, we also went over this part as well. All right. But like I said, don't worry. It might be your first time. It's a good idea to put like a lead magnet here, some type of free giveaway. Like if you're going to literally tell a person, say, hey, if you give me your name and email address, I'll give you, let's say, a free ebook on how to grow your email list. Let's say you're going to give them that. Let's say you're going to give them a free ebook, right? And that's called a lead magnet, okay? You're going to give them a free ebook. Now, don't worry. I know you're probably thinking like, D, I don't have a free ebook on how to grow your email list. Okay, well, don't worry. I'll make sure I leave a link down below, all right, so that you can grab a lead magnet that I use. You can actually grab that for yourself when you decide to go ahead and pick up Getresponse with me, okay? So let's move on. So now on your capture page, it says, hey, you're going to be able to get a free ebook on how to grow your email list. Just give me your name and email address, right? So this person, let's give this person a name. Let's call him Bob. I know I had to think for that, right? Let's call him Bob, okay? So Bob is like, all right, cool. All right, so Bob gives us the name and the email address, right? Now here's what happens. What happens is when Bob puts in his information, now that name and email address drops down into what's called an email list, okay? It'll drop down here, so it'll be like Bob, and let's say Bob's email address is bob123@gmail.com. Okay, now that's not a real email address, not one that I know of, so don't go trying to email Bob, okay? But so now what you have is you have this information that dropped down, okay, that is now stored into what's called an email list, okay? And this is literally how you'll start, your email list. But the thing is, we have to create this, okay? We have to create somewhere for this to be stored, all right? And that's why we're going to use the email marketing software called Getresponse. don't worry. You can get an absolutely free trial. Okay, when you click the link down below, the first link in the description, you can actually take a free trial of Getresponse. Okay, so you can use that as your autoresponder to be able to create this email list right here. All right, and I'm going to actually show you how to do it step by step. So that way, once you do take that free trial of Getresponse, you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I don't know how to create that. I'm ready to get started. I don't know how to create this email list. Don't worry. I'm going to show you step by step, but I wanted to make sure first that you understand, right, why we're even doing this. Bob is coming, give his name, email. We got to have somewhere for it to be captured. It's going to be captured and drop down into our email list that we have on Getresponse. All right, so now let's go ahead and jump on the computer so I can show you step by step how to actually create this email list from scratch in Getresponse. And don't forget, you already know you want to stick around to the end because I love having some cool bonuses for you. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on a computer and get this going. Well, all right, we're here in our Getresponse account. All right, so once you take your free trial at the link below, you'll be here in your Getresponse account. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to list. Now, you may have seen some other videos. I want to mention this. You may have seen some other videos showing some different tutorials that may have been like a year ago. Well, Getresponse has changed their layout now, so that's why it looks a little bit different now. This is the updated version. Okay, so anyhow, we're going to go over here to where it says lists. Okay, and then, you know, if this is your first time creating an email list inside of Getresponse, no worries, you won't have any lists down here, and that's all good. All right, so we're going to go over here to where it says create list. Hit that. All right, now this is where you're going to actually name your email list. Okay, and you know, you can name it whatever you want, but just keep in mind that your subscribers, your contacts, you know, the people who are on your email list, right, that they will see this name, you know, when they subscribe or if they choose to unsubscribe, right? Okay, you know, they will see this name. So don't put like something like email list for Big Booty Bertha or something like that. Don't do that. Okay, so we're just going to give this a generic name for now. So let's call it domination, and you can use underscores too. All right, and you need to use lowercase letters. Okay, lowercase letters, and you can use underscores. Okay, so what if I put like domination 1 2 3? Okay, that's just something generic I made up. Now when we go to create it, if that name for that email list is already anywhere in the Getresponse system, notice I didn't say just in your account, but if it's anywhere already in the Getresponse system ever, right, then they'll tell us to make a different name. Okay, so just keep that in mind as well. So we're going to go ahead and hit create and see if it's in there. All right, cool. So it's created. All right, it's created, so it's in there. Now what we need to do is, okay, we do want to set up the settings. Okay, so let's go over here. You see these little 3 dots over here to the right? Okay, right at the end, these little 3 dots. All right, we're going to go over here and go to settings. Okay, because we want to make sure that it's set up the way that we want it to be. All right, so for general, it says list name domination 1 2 3. Okay, now you can title, you can put the title here. All right, a list title if you want. You don't have to. Most of mine don't have anything in the list title. It's not going to make any bit of difference as far as, you know, your email list working or anything like that. Okay, but you can put a title there if you want, you know, or you could just copy the same name of the list. You could do that. Same thing for the description. You know, most of mine don't have a description, but I did start using a description for a couple of them because I wanted to be able to quickly be able to see, you know, what that list is for, because now I have like a lot more lists. So if you want to, you could put something in here, like I'm just saying, I'll say testing out. Okay, but you can describe like a little bit of what type of people are going to be on that list, just so that you can know, right? And there's nothing to choose for category, even though it says categories, right? But don't put anything for a category. All right, I don't put anything for category. All right, now of course language, I leave mine as English, but if you have a different language, okay, cool, choose your language. All right, and now right here for the address, every email account has to have an address attached to it. Okay, so you can make sure that you put your address there. Let's say if it's an address like that you want to change the address for this particular list. All right, because that's something that I typically will do as well, because I do have a different office address. So I could go in here and just hit the toggle down, right? And then I can go in here, right? And I could change the address. I could go down here and change the address. And like I said, I wanted to show you guys this because I didn't know this at first. All right, so I could go down here and change the address, all right, to anything that I now need it to be, because maybe you have a different office from when you first signed up or something like that. Okay, so I'll go ahead and change the address. All right, now you don't have to put anything for the logo. You don't have to put anything for the website address. You don't have to put anything there. Okay, and you can say save general settings. All right, and that saved it. Said save general settings. Now there's another part I like to, and I'm just letting you know, I like to save multiple times, right? So that way I make sure nothing is lost. Now there's another setting that I want to show you though, okay, where it says subscription over here, subscription. What this is, because especially with, you know, the marketing that we do, like affiliate marketing, network marketing, you know, MLM marketing, you know, we don't really like the double opt-in. Okay, we just want a person to be able to opt in, get right on our list, and go about our business, right? Go about their business, right? Okay, so with that being said, you don't need to do anything for double opt-in. Like right here it says require additional confirmation, which means double opt-in, right? So if this was on, like if it was blue, that means it would be on. If it was blue down here for API subscription, that means it will be on, right? But we don't want it on, okay? That's what I recommend anyway if you're doing affiliate marketing, network marketing. But of course, keep this in mind, guys. If for whatever reason you say, you know what, for the process that I'm doing, I want to use double opt-in, then use it, okay? Then that means make sure that this is over to blue, okay? Now let me go ahead and make sure I specify something so that way you're aware. Where it says web subscriptions, that is like if you were to create a page, a opt-in page or capture page, it means the same thing, right? If you were to create that page inside of Getresponse, then that's what this is talking about, a web subscription, right? If you would create a page inside of Getresponse and someone opted into that page, right? All right, that's what they mean by web subscription. But API subscription is like if you're using a third-party third-party software to be able to do your capture pages. Like for example, you know, I have my Getresponse. One of the places I have my Getresponse hooked up to is my TCP, the Conversion Pros, which is a funnel building system. You know, that also has a autoresponder in it, but I like using Getresponse's autoresponder. Okay, so you know, if I was going to connect this to TCP, for example, the Conversion Pros, for example, right, and I wanted to make sure double opt-in is on, then I would hit the API subscription because that is what's considered a third party, okay? And don't worry, anything that I mentioned in this video, hopefully I'll remember, I'll link down to you below, so that way you guys can see the tools that I'm using and just, you know, follow this journey with me and use what I use. So I'm going to be able to help you the best if you're using the tools that I'm using, okay? All right, so that's what we have there. All right, now let's go here and let's just make sure we hit this real quick. All right, now in the event, like if you are using the web subscription, meaning if you are using the pages from Getresponse, then you can get notifications when people opt in. But like I said, I don't use the pages specifically inside of Getresponse, all right, for this, so therefore I won't get notification. But it's okay because I use the Conversion Pros and I actually get notifications from them, so it's okay. All right, now here is the email address that you want to have, like if people reply to you, or the email that is actually sent from, you know, this right here is the email address right here. So you know how people be like, you know, their inbox rates are not good, like their emails wind up going to spam and stuff like that, right? Well, one of the reasons that happen is if in this email address section right here, if you have a free email address, like if you have like Gmail, or if you have like Yahoo or Hotmail, you know, one of those free email servers, then you do run a higher risk of your emails winding up in the spam folder. So what I recommend is, you see how I have a domain name for mine? It's d@teamdcarlady.com. The domain part is the teamdcarlady.com, right? And that's an actual email address. So I would recommend just, you know, just getting, you know, a domain type of email address, which is a dedicated email address. All right, and like I said, I'll make sure that I link down below, and so you guys can rock out with who I used if you don't already have a domain provider, so that you can get that email address. All right, so I wanted to just point that out though. All right, now what if you say, because I know this is going to be some people, especially when you first started, what if you say, well, D, I don't have a domain address, you know, and I don't want to get one right now. I don't, whatever. Okay. Then worst case scenario, then okay, use whatever email you signed up with. It'll be an option in here for Getresponse to use whatever email you signed up with. If you happen to sign up with a Gmail account, then use that. Use what you got to use. Okay. All right. So now let's go ahead, and we're not going to do anything on the confirmation page, because for one, we're not doing double opt-in. But even if we were, we would leave everything as Getresponse. And I'm just showing you guys the simplest way, right? Because there's no need to like complicate things, especially if they're not gonna like add to your bottom line. Okay, so don't freak out if there's some of these things right here that I'm not changing, because if it's not gonna add to your bottom line, if it's only gonna muddy up the waters for you when you first getting started, then we don't want to do that. We don't want you to get all overwhelmed as you're setting up your Getresponse. Okay, and you don't have to change anything on the unsubscribe page, and you don't have to do anything for the newsletter direct. You don't have to change anything there, and you don't have to change anything here where it says index and search engine. You don't have to change anything there. All right, and you will be good to go. And of course, like I said, I like to save often, so you can hit save subscription settings. All right, and then for confirmation message, like if you did have the double opt-in on, then you would really care about this right here. But in this case, we're not doing the double opt-in, so we're not going to change anything here. But if you wanted to do double opt-in and change things, this is like what the confirmation message is when a person actually opts in. If you have the double opt-in on, okay, then what happen is they'll get a message that says, hey, confirm your subscription, right? Then they will get this message. All right, and that's when you would care about this message, right? But for our cases right here, like I said, we're not using the double opt-in, so there's nothing for us to do right here. So we would just hit save confirmation. And once again, like I said, I just hit save multiple times. All right, and so what we've done now is we've actually created the list, but I want to go ahead and show you the list because we've set up the settings, so it's good, right? And honestly, guys, if I wasn't talking, you talking about a matter of, like, I'm gonna just be real with it on time wise, you probably talking about a matter of 60 seconds, maybe a minute and a half, something like that. Just kind of give you an idea. If I wasn't talking, it would be like a minute and a half to set up the list. Okay, so let's go back to list here. Okay, and you can see now, that I have my list here, right? And remember, I just named it Domination 1, 2, 3, right? And remember here, I put the description right here, and I just put the description, said testing out. Now, remember, I told you that way you can see what that particular list is for, right? So that way you can see it real quick, right? If you just come in your account, look at your list, like, oh, okay, that's right, I remember that list is for that, right? So that's why I put that description there, so that way you know. All right, and then you see when it's created, and you see how many contacts. Now, obviously, right now we don't have any contacts in there, right? Because we haven't actually, used this list or anything. But don't worry, the first step was doing what we did, which is actually creating the email list inside of Getresponse. I will be doing more tutorials for you guys to show you, how to kind of connect it to some of the some of the other third-party softwares that you may be using or that I'm using for my funnel system. I will be showing you some of those demos, and I'll be showing you some more things on Getresponse. But for right now, as far as creating the email list from scratch, that's just how simple it is with Getresponse. Now, remember, I did promise you some bonuses, okay? I did promise you some bonuses. So let's go ahead and let me get into those really quick. All right. Now, first off, all right, when you do become a new customer, okay, and this is for new customers, okay, new customer with Getresponse, the first link in the description is where you can get that, right? You can take that free trial. All right, you're gonna get a couple cool bonuses for me. All right, number one, I'm actually gonna give you a done for you auto email series. All right, and what that is I've taken 30 emails, right, that are for the make money online niche. So if you're in network marketing, you're in affiliate marketing, right, these emails are definitely going to help you. So you could be able to use these emails in your sequence as you're sending out, to your leads. Okay, so you're going to be able to get that, because guys, I know when I was first getting started, not even just first getting started, man, I swear, you writing emails, like sometimes, man, like right now I could do an email in about like 10 minutes, right? But when I first was trying to start writing emails, I swear it took me like an hour to write an email. It's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? Right? So this is definitely going to be a time saver for you with those 30 email swipes that you get for the Make Money Online niche. Okay, you're going to get that as a bonus when you click the first link in the description to go ahead and rock out with Getresponse with my link. All right, what else you gonna get? Okay, you're also gonna get a lead magnet that you can use for yourself. All right, and remember, we kind of discussed what the lead magnet was as far as giving a person a reason of why they want to go ahead and opt into your list anyway. And that lead magnet is actually showing a person, it's an ebook, right, that you're going to be able to give away, and it's showing a person how they can actually build their email list quickly. Okay, so yes, it's very valuable information. Of course, you can learn from it too. Okay, so you'll be able to have it to learn from, but you'll also be able to have it so that you can give to other people free of charge. You let them opt in, they'll be able to get that report, and they'll be able to learn how to build their email list, and they're going to be looking at you like, oh my god, Bob is so smart. Look what Bob gave me, right? Okay, and they're going to love you for it, all right? So you're going to get both of those bonuses, all right, just for deciding to be a new customer with Getresponse and grabbing Getresponse with my link down below, okay? Now, of course, if you have any issues or anything like that, signing up or anything like that, you'll definitely have my contact information down below. You can reach out to me on Facebook Messenger. All right, reach out to me, let me know, and I can make sure that you get signed up. And definitely, once you do get signed up, reach out to me on Facebook Messenger so I can make sure that I give you those bonuses. All right, now hopefully you found this Getresponse tutorial valuable on how to create an email list and Getresponse from scratch. All right, and if you have, definitely go ahead and subscribe to my channel, hit the subscribe button, all right, and ring that bell, baby, so you can be alerted the next time I'll come with the content. And do not forget to grab Getresponse with the first link in the description so that way you can go ahead and rock out and get my cool bonuses. And like I told you, I'll make sure I leave some other links down below of some of the tools that I've used, as well as some of the training that I've done for Getresponse, because I'm definitely going to give you some more training, all right, because I want you to be the best email marketer that you can be. All right, other than that, you already know, this is Coach D, baby. What we gonna do? We gonna take this ride to the top. All right, and yeah.